Hey guys and gals, National Hunting and Fishing Day is September 25, and it's a great day to think about going fishing. Falls on a Saturday, so a lot of you will be off from work. And you know, it's a great time to go spend the weekend on the lake or spend the weekend out in the woods. A lot of hunting seasons on right now. Dove season, teal season, goose season is open in places. Bow season is actually open in a lot of places, so you can actually go hunting on National Hunting and Fishing Day, or you can go fishing, you know. And I can think back of so many stories of my dad and my granddad and my two uncles, Gene and John, taking me hunting, taking me fishing. Absolutely priceless memories. And this is what you're doing when you're taking somebody hunting and fishing. And it doesn't have to be a child. It can be your next door neighbor. It can be somebody that you work with. It can be somebody that's never had the opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors. You can start a legacy that they can have in their family. Everybody in my family hunts and fishes. And it started with my parents. And, you know, I think back of fishing trips with my son and my daughter. And one of the trips that I remember so vividly, and I remember so many of them, I could tell you 100 stories. But I remember my 40th birthday. You know, a 40th birthday is when a man is like just totally over the hill. And that's not true, guys, because I've lived almost 40 more. Almost 40 more, and I'm still going strong. Not over the hill when you hit 40. Those of you at 39 about to get there, do not worry about it 1 second. And by the way, you ladies that are married to those guys, they're only going to get better. That's right, they get better. They get better. Or at least I did. I'm assuming your guy's going to get better too when he turns 40. But my 40th birthday, and we was fishing a small lake here in Oklahoma, and I took my son Jamie. We're actually shooting a television show. We've actually got this on video. We might stick it up on our YouTube and our Facebook channel sometime here in some of our look back deals that we can do. If we can find it, that's so far back, we might not be able to even find that video. But we went fishing, and we were bass fishing and crappie fishing. And we actually had found a bunch of bass and crappie on one of these spillway deals that's sitting out in the lake. It's an overflow that the water runs down through, and a lot of them on the lakes you can't fish around. But on that one here in Oklahoma, we could actually fish around it, and usually there's some bass or crappie hang around them. And Jamie and I got over there, and we decided that we were trying to catch a few crappie, and we had 2 or 3 in the live well, and we had caught 8 or 10 bass that day and just had a great day out. A guy fishing with his son on his 40th birthday. What better birthday present can you have than something like that? And we were just having a great time. But not only that, we were getting it all on video. We were doing a television show. We were on ESPN back in those days, and we were on ESPN for I think 21 years. And but we're on ESPN and doing a television show, fishing with your son. You're 40 years old. It was just a great day, and we'd caught 2 or 3 crappie and put them in the live well because while we were bass fishing. And so I told Jamie, I said, Jamie, you know, we might be able to go over, and we might be able to go over there and get around that bridge embankment. I mean, that overflow deal, and fish around it. Is in about 40 foot of water. Might be some crappie on there. So we'll take some road runners over there, see if we can catch some crappie around there. So we go over there, and sure enough, down is about 40 feet deep, but down about 15 or 18 foot was a bunch of crappie. Now, we had what would be considered pretty antiquated electronics back in those days, but I could see those down there. I had a flasher, and I could see those crappie down there. And so we started fishing, and it was a pretty finesse type technique to get your roadrunner down there just right and bring it through those fish at 15 foot. I was able to do that better, let's just say better than Jamie, and I was catching 2, 3, 4, 5 to his 1, and he really wasn't enjoying that much, but I was just digging it. I mean, I was digging it. I was, you know, you got to realize when I was 40, what would that put Jamie? Jamie was, I don't know, that would put him, I don't know, I don't even know how, but anyway, he wasn't a little bitty kid. He was, and so I was just thumping him. I was thumping him. I was enjoying it. He wasn't necessarily enjoying it. I was catching crappie after crappie after crappie, and he wasn't doing that good. And so we're catching him, and I'm ragging him, and he's not getting a bite, and I'd catch another one and ragging him, and I'm ragging him. And then all of a sudden, he just looked at me and he said, Dad, he said, you're quite a fisherman. Happy birthday. What's that over there? And I turned around and looked, and he shoved me right in the lake. Actually pushed me in the lake while we were doing a television show. Shoved me overboard. And fortunately, I didn't drown. But that was my birthday present, and it's one of those deals that a boy just don't forget. And I'll never forget that. And that's the kind of memories you're going to get if you go fishing September 25. Take somebody out there and with them and go fishing. And if it's somebody you fish with all the time, that's great. Go fishing National Hunting and Fishing Day, because National Hunting and Fishing Day is all about conservation. It's all about making hunting and fishing better for those that travel after us this earth. And there's going to be a lot to come, and we want to make sure that we pass our legacy, our great sport of hunting, our great sport of fishing on to them. And we got to have a lot of money for conservation to make that happen. But you know, hunters and fishermen have provided, fishermen alone have provided, get this, over the last 70 years, over $30 billion for conservation. Over $30 billion for conservation. That's why the hunting and fishing is better now than ever. So go out there, take somebody fishing and or hunting September 25. And remember, guys and girls, I sure do love you.